I'm the man, I got plans. Fit the bourbon in my hand that'll make it change its stance. I'm like in advance, and I rarely ever chance. Rather mitigate the risk, keep my eye up on them bands. I'm just saying, in the land, guess I'm back in high demand. And my car ain't from Japan, but I drive it like I ran from the cops. I'm like, damn, seen you tweaking on the gram. I can never understand how you claim to be a man.
What it do, boxing fans? It's your boy, Full Counter Boxing, coming back at you with another boxing video for the boxing heads and the boxing minds. Felix Trinidad, you know what I'm saying? The great Felix Trinidad, you know, he is backing Ugas, fellow countryman, to beat Errol Spence Jr. You know what I'm saying? That they had a virtual interview where he basically gave Ugas his blessing and his backing and his support. You know what I'm saying? They both from Cuba, and that, you know, Felix Trinidad, you know, he's known for the unification of the IBF and the WBC welterweight titles when he fought Oscar De La Hoya, who at the time was 31 wins, 0 losses, and 25 KOs. Felix Trinidad had 35 wins, 0 losses, and 30 KOs. Oscar De La Hoya is 5'10" and a half, and Felix Trinidad was 5'11". You know, Felix won in a majority decision over Oscar De La Hoya, and the scores were 114, 114, 115, 114, and 115, 113. Personally, I thought that Oscar De La Hoya won that fight. You know, he won the early rounds, but Felix Trinidad won the championship rounds when Oscar De La Hoya was experimenting with boxing instead of banging it out at the end. But he respected Felix Trinidad power way too much, and you know, the judges gave it to Felix Trinidad, and that was the fight that shocked the world. And of course, the promoters were Bob Arum and Don King, so the fight had all the ingredients of corruption. And the boxing world, you know what I'm saying, they considered this fight, you know, the last of the super fights and at the time. But you know, that boxing bout, it set a pay-per-view record, you know, like 1.4 million pay-per-view HBO buys, and you know, it was the most in boxing history until Mayweather and Pac, who had 4.4 pay-per-view million buys. 1.4 million Mayweather Pacquiao did, and Felix Trinidad is considered one of the greatest of all time in Cuba. You know what I'm saying? He's their Cuban Muhammad Ali, not Miguel Cotto for some reason. You know what I'm saying? And these guys never really liked each other for some reason. Go figure. You know what I mean? They never really got along. I think you know, just that rivalry, who's the best in Cuba, that type thing. And you know, Ugas gave a interview, you know what I'm saying, and he gave his backing to Ugas, and Ugas has 27 wins, 4 losses, and 12 KOs, and he said that he saw Felix Trinidad go toe-to-toe with Oscar De La Hoya when he was a teenager in Cuba, and he said it was a great inspiration to him, right? And not a whole lot of relationship between these two guys, but you know, the whole Mexican versus Puerto Rico rivalry since the 1981 Battle of the Little Giants in Caesar Palace with Salvador Sanchez versus Wilfred Gomez. You know, Salvador Sanchez had 40 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 30 KOs, and Wilfred Gomez had 32 wins, 0 losses, and 1 draw with 32 KOs. And it was the battle for the featherweight WBC championship, and Wilford was the knockout artist, and Sanchez was the guy that could do it all. He was the complete boxer, and they would defend. Sanchez was defending his WBC World Federal crown, and Sanchez, went out there. Gomez was, just like a lot of people who get intrigued with power. He was knocking out everybody at the time. And Sanchez, he was considered just, a boxer or whatever, really good boxer. But Sanchez went out there and dropped Gomez the first 40 seconds and, just kind of dominated Wilford Gomez and, TKO'd him in the 8th round. And, Sanchez was a beauty to watch, man. If you get a chance, go watch those fights. Interesting side note is that Salvador Sanchez beat Felix Trinidad Sr., Felix Trinidad father. He knocked him out in the 5th round. Felix Trinidad Sr. had a short career, had 8 wins, 8 losses, and 5 KOs, 5 wins by KO, and he retired. And his son went on, he trained his son, Felix Trinidad, who went on to do great things in boxing. He actually, Felix Trinidad actually ended his career, the Felix Trinidad that we all know, with 42 wins, 3 losses, and 35 KOs. And, he actually fought Roy Jones Jr., Bernard Hopkins, and Winky Wright. And of course he lost all these, because he was moving up. But you talk about big balls on a lion, And, that's why he's regarded so much with respect. And, that's why, he had a lot of old heads, who can't really jump on the bandwagon of your favorite fighter today because they don't really, dare to be great, unless it's some kind of politics in the way or, they get to fight some easy champion, like John Ryder or some champion end up with the belt like Teofimo Lopez, and he's trying to stay away from tough competition. So, a lot of old heads can't jump on the bandwagon of some of your favorite fighter, Cause we used to the Felix Trinidads of the world who went straight to the most dangerous fights and who faced the best of the best. And sometimes he lost, sometimes he won. But anyway, so he said, Ugas said, he said it was Trinidad that said he watched Ugas fight. He watched Ugas fight Pacquiao, and he said he believed in him. And he said that, Ugas and him share some similar, attributes, the conditioning and the mentality. And, he said he brings that to training and he uses that to fight well in the fight. And that preparation, it's what helps him, be such a good fighter. I'm paraphrasing, y'all. So, that's why he believes in him. And, Trinidad, he gave Ugas some advice to beat Spence, and he was telling Ugas to stay close and be on offense, and don't let Spence come to him. And he said the jab with the right, and the uppercut will be with the left. That is the best combination. Also, he said to allow Spence to go ahead and throw the left, so he can deliver, his most powerful combination. So, Felix Trinidad looked like he's been watching this fight, and, he believes that Eugenio Ugas can pull it out. And, he wants Ugas to stay close to Spence and, dodge his left. And as we know, Felix Trinidad used to get knocked down a lot. He would come back in the fight and dominate because he would always catch his opponents. But, he would get knocked down once or twice in the fight. And, but he just had that power. And one thing Eugenio Ugas does not possess is power. And that's going to be his downfall. So he can't really take this advice from Felix Trinidad because Ugas lack of power. So it's going to be interesting to see what game plan Ugas is going to come up with when he don't have any power. So I don't think he want to take any of Felix Trinidad advice. You know what I'm saying? You can't do what Michael Jordan did, or you can't do what Steph Curry do. You just got to play to your own strengths. And you know what I'm saying, you can go in there and try to do like Trinidad and get your ass knocked out. But if you see Spence, he's coming. He look like he's on a path to destroy Ugas. And so Ugas can't be half-stepping listening to an old legend who had attributes that he don't possess. And Felix, he had the big balls to fight Roy Jones Jr. and Bernard Hopkins and Winky Wright. So his mentality, they both have tough mentalities, but you don't have all the intangibles that some of the legends have. And so when you trying to give advice, you need to take that into account. And I think that's something that Ugas is going to have to realize. And but pretty much that's all I got. And I think Ugas is he's having the time of his life. He's enjoying the attention from his boxing legends, backing him up. And you would expect that, for Cubans to back other Cubans is a beautiful thing to see. So that's pretty much all I got. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And make sure you smash that like button for your boy and subscribe to my channel. And remember what I say, y'all. Law don't go around here, law dog.